Now to the controversy over HS2, the high-speed rail link connecting the capital to Birmingham and beyond. Tonight we've been hearing from some people living in the west of London about their fears that tunnelling for the project could have an impact on our drinking water. It's a claim that HS2 disputes. James Waterhouse has this report from the Colne Valley, where work has already begun.
Planning their next move in a game they're losing. It's full steam ahead for HS2 after the government gave it the go-ahead last week. But that hasn't stopped these protesters who've been here for the last 2.5 years. The route isn't expected to be finished for another 10. And because of that, it's quite hard to make out what it'll look like. But soon enough, there'll be a track, electric cables, tunnels, as well as viaducts passing through here, and those require testing. And it comes in the form of this massive drill. Here it's to see if the land is strong enough for a viaduct to be built on it. It's the method which has worried some.
If I can get some attention, raise some awareness, yeah, it's a sacrifice I'm prepared to make.
Yesterday, these Extinction Rebellion protesters were arrested after breaking into the site.
What will happen is that it's going to open up basically a huge hole straight through the aquifer, which is chalk and is full of little cracks and fissures that filter the water gently over thousands of years.
We're talking about when rainwater slowly flows through the ground into the rocks beneath us. The layer under the Colne Valley is made of chalk. When drinkable water is held in spaces within this rock, it's known as an aquifer. Campaigners are concerned if you drill into it, the water could be contaminated. Around a third of London's drinking water comes from direct pumping on the chalk aquifer, which sits under much of the southeast. And before coming out of our taps, it's always treated first.
Well, they've got to start thinking about the quality of our water going forward. Drinking water is the most precious thing. They haven't costed the cost to the water and the cost to human life if this all gets polluted.
The pollutants that are present anyway that permeate or enter the aquifer aren't going to change unless there's some specific activity associated with chemical pollutants going on related to HS2, which for the ground engineering is unlikely.
Affinity Water, which controls this source, says it's taken measures to prepare and that the amount of water it takes per year will stay the same. HS2 claims it assessed the risk to the water environment and didn't find anything significant, adding it's working with the Environment Agency and Affinity Water to manage the impact, leaving more time for these neighbours to get used to each other. James Waterhouse, BBC London in the Colne Valley.
Now to sport.